In a village known for its harsh winters, there lived two merchants, Elias and Julian. Both were hard-working, but they looked at wealth through very different eyes. One spring, the village leader granted them each a large sack of golden wheat. "This is to secure your future," he said. "Do with it what you will." Elias believed in safety. He thought, "The winter will be cold, and food will be expensive. If I store this wheat, I will never go hungry." He took his sack, found a dry corner in his cellar, and locked it away. Every week, he would go down to the cellar to make sure the sack was still there. Seeing the sack made him feel safe. He worked odd jobs to buy bread, always telling himself, "I am rich because I have my sack of wheat in the cellar." Julian, however, looked at his sack and saw a forest of possibilities. He thought, "A sack of wheat is just a sack, but if I plant it, it could become a field." Julian didn't have a cellar, so he took his sack to a patch of neglected land. He spent his days tilling the soil, sweating under the sun, and planting every single grain. The villagers laughed at him. "Julian is throwing away his wealth. He has no food for the winter, and he is burying his only security in the dirt." Autumn arrived. The village grew cold. Elias went to his cellar, chest puffed out with pride. He opened his sack, but his heart sank. The dampness of the cellar had rotted half the grain, and hungry mice had eaten the rest. He had nothing left to sell and nothing left to eat. His security had vanished. That same afternoon, the villagers heard the sound of carts rattling down the road. It was Julian. He wasn't just bringing back a sack of grain. He was bringing back an entire harvest, 20 sacks of golden wheat. He had food for himself, enough to sell for the winter, and enough seeds to plant 3 times as much next spring. The lesson. Elias had focused on saving, holding on to what he had until it disappeared. Julian had focused on growing, risking what he had to create something that multiplied. The village leader stood before them both and said, "Wealth is not what you keep in your cellar. It is what you put back into the world to work for you. If you keep your grain, you will eventually starve. If you plant your grain, you will always be fed." The moral saving is for survival, but investing is for growth. Never let the fear of losing your grain stop you from planting a field. True wealth isn't found in a locked jar. It is found in the systems you build that grow while you work.